All right, Aru, we got the Gulper. The Gulper? The TS191, Mazwan Mokhtar design. And yeah, that's what he's calling it, the Gulper. How about that back? Spine there, whoo. Nice, S90V blade. It's a good size knife, folks. Great ergos on it. How's reverse grip? Oh yeah, even better. Really good. Easy to disengage here. Got carbon fiber on both sides. You notice that? That's why it's a keeper. That's why it's an LTK keeper. If it would have been one side, it'd have been gone after this review. But no, this one's going to stick around. Gonna stick around now. Hardened steel insert, as you can probably tell. Ceramic bearings, ceramic detemp ball. Yeah, really nice blade design. It's pretty intriguing with a thumb ramp here that is jimped, and it's aggressive enough, yeah, to get your attention. Let's see if it'll cut anything. It's sharp. Well, it's definitely got some heft to it. Let's get the scales over here. Probably all this, even though it's titanium frame lock flipper, carbon fiber, S90V, interesting pocket clip right here. Surprised he didn't take it from the inside, but he didn't. Some of them are doing that now. 5.3 ounces, so that's not bad. 152 grams. Okay, so it's not a lightweight, that's for sure. It definitely feels like something in your hands, and it's also a good sized knife though. It's 3 3/4, 96 millimeters, and over 8.5, about 8.6 inches right at 22 centimeters. And how hefty is it in the hand? Well, only a 0.49. That's not that much. 12.5 millimeters. It feels like more than that. 3.4 millimeter blade stock at 0.13. So, really cool. Flipper tab, pretty muted. It's milled through the middle. It's jimped here. You got this little cutaway coming up, so it gives you clear space to get your finger on there. Light switch seems to be the appropriate approach. Yeah, really light switch is the way to go on that. There's no cutaways or anything for you to be able to necessarily finger flick it, and no, I can't. So, regardless, that means that the detent's pretty strong on this. And it is. It's really strong on this. This is pretty solid detent. Most of the flippers I've been doing are anywhere from a 3.8 to a 4.5. I'd say this is a 5.2, 5.4, somewhere in there. Trying to fail it. Okay, I failed it. Barely. Yeah, didn't do it that time though. So yeah, that kicks out pretty good. Ooh, it's a monster. It feels like it. It really feels like it. The design flow is really good. Let's check one thing here. Blade to handle length. And oh yeah, okay, that's right there. That's right there. Looks like null number 8 Torx is on there as well. And you know, you can't see Mazwan Mokhtar's logo or TwoSun or anything, just S90V, but that's going to be on the inside here of the scales, which is a great place to tuck it away. Yeah, got this one on eBay. Also remember that White Mountain Knives is starting to carry them, and their inventory is hither and thither, you know. I mean, it's not like he can have 150 of every model, you know. So, but check with him, because if you can find the knife there, take a look at what they're going for on eBay, and if he's close, Plus, you get a 10% discount with LTK discount code. Plus, there's no tax. They're charging tax on eBay now, okay? And it's free shipping, and you'll have it in 2 or 3 days, not 2 or 3 weeks, even though, yes, I'm still ordering a lot of them through eBay just because that's where you're going to be able to get the most current models. But woo, yeah, that's a substantial knife, and it really feels structural, and it is. A lot of machine work going on here. And I paid all the money for mine. I think this is mine right here, 162 bucks, right? But I mean, when you really think about it, and you know, people are just used to paying like $55 or $65, but it's S90V. I mean, if any other brand name was on this knife, it'd be $250. So 162, did I get robbed? Oh, hell no. Hell no. This thing is absolutely great. This is really a nice knife. Fit and finish is first rate, centered up, no blade play, no lock rock, none of that tomfoolery. And when you get inside these knives, it gets just as nice. Here's your pass-through. You can see part of that hardened steel lock bar in there, but there's your pass-through. It's really easy to disengage. It gets over the detent ball just like that. It's already over, so the drop is nice, which you can kind of mess with that by, there's a little bit of ability to play with the tension on the pivot without throwing it off center or have much blade play occur. That's nice. Lockup's pretty heavy. That's 40% right there, 35 to 40. That's pretty squared up on that too. Nice. Where's my balance on this? Let me see. There's my balance on it right there. Yeah. Oof. That's just a good looking knife. Gulper. You know, I mean, he named it. I asked him about that, and he says, "Oh yeah, I mean." I named it after a fish, and I go, oh, yeah, I go gulper fishing all the time. I know everybody does. They have gulper fries, you know, you throw the gulper fillets on the grill, and I don't know, Mazwan, maybe email me before you name it, and I'll help you out. Shit. Gulper. I don't know. I don't give a shit what you call it. I'm going to call it good right there. That there's good. So fit and finish is fine. It's a good size knife. I like it for that. I love the symmetry of the design. The pocket clip is first rate. It goes in and out of the pocket. I've carried this several times. And, you know, you've got a nice backspace. You don't have to worry about touching the blade, anything coming through the scales from your pocket, coins or something, and nicking the end of the blade, any of that stuff. So, well, let's see how, oh, that was easy. Okay, yeah. Not turning any pivot stuff, this or that or the other. And there's the pivot surround, pivot screw. And there it is underneath, folks. So let's see where we go from here. These things are put together so nice. Whew. It's sure easier doing these than a lot of other knives. Bang, bang. Okay, shorter screw on the pocket clip. Okay, body screw longer. There we go. Come off of there. There we go. So it's machined to set right in that notch, so it's not going to move around. And there it goes, comes from the other side. That's why that screw didn't need to be very long. Okay, that's good. Let's kind of kick it open and see if we can pull it apart. And with this big, long, you know, these two halves being so close together, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Okay, so, you know, it's always the screw in the very, very back. The joker. Okay, here we go, and nicely done. Ceramic detent ball, clean on the inside. You can see the steel washer here has that little groove for the bearings to run in. And here's your stop. And here's our blade. And some big old ceramic bearings there. And they look clean. Everything inside this knife looks clean. Yeah. And you know what? I thought this was a D-shaped pivot. Bragging on it. And it's not. It's a one-piece, though. How did this not move? I know why. They didn't get aggressive with the Loctite on the pivot screw. That just popped right off really easy. So they didn't put any thread locker on there, which thank God. And I'm going to make note and watch that too, because most of the new TwoSun knives have D-shaped pivots on them, and this does not. And here it is, you know, Mazwan and TwoSun in here. And this is not a numbered knife. Sometimes they are, which is kind of interesting, but not in this particular case. Nice hardware, though. I like the hardware like this. Kind of that machined look on it. Sits right down in there nicely. Oops. Come on. Let me see, what are we now? Okay, no play. I got it too tight. Nope. Not according to the feel of it, that's for sure. All right, TS191 Gulper. And did I write Gulper? Yeah, I did, of course. I always mark up my boxes. So, top, bottom, they'll all fit together and go to the same knife, because there's no model numbers on these knives, and there's not a whole lot of anything else on it either. S90V is about it. Good looks, though, that's for sure. Solid in the hand, great action, good quality build. I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much for joining me, and you know what we do. We love those knives, so you guys stay sharp.